Welcome to the Locker, Season 2, Episode 35. I am A White, along with V Styles. What's going on, man?
Man, what's going on with you? All I gotta say is I got a lot of things to say. I was gonna say I only got one thing, a couple. I got a lot of things to say, but there is nothing better than being a parent. There's two things happened to me in the last 2 nights. This is not sports related, people, so just bear with us for a second. What's up, JD? A couple nights ago, this is my son's final week, and I walk into this Mama Jama's room, and he's studying, and he's playing the Commodores, dude. The Commodores. He's playing my favorite song that I've been trying to ingrain in his head, and this joker is playing the Commodore. I'm like, and look, hold on. This is the funny part about it. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you playing this? He looked at me like, duh, dude, this good music. I'm like, I almost shed a tear, dude. I almost shed a tear, man.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
And then the second thing happened today, and my daughter had her last day of school because she's going to down middle school, and she won. I don't know what they call it. I think it's Citizenship Award with good manners, smart, caring for people. Dude, I've been having the best 2 days that a parent could have, man.
Hey, man, good job, man. Good job, man. I mean, the dedication you show. I mean, I'm not surprised at all, man. Like I said, man, you're a good person. I mean, the things your kids instilling. I like the fact, like you said, your kid listens to the Commodores, man. Like I grew up listening to Temptations, Four Tops, Johnny Taylor, Betty Wright. And so, even now I listen to that when I'm in the garage working on something, I throw that stuff on. But and then my favorite two people are my mom and my grandma. They strong people, man. They instilled a lot in me. So, I mean, that's good stuff, man. Hey, that's good stuff, man. You raising them right. Citizen wards, kids well grounded. Hey, kudos.
So I don't know what's going on with our StreamYard, but I keep losing my background. But here's the thing I want to talk about too. I don't think you saw it. That last night game with Golden State and the Lakers was off the chain. Thanks, JD. I appreciate that. Was off the chain. The light-skinned assassin and the over-dramatic flopping Braun.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say Green. All right.
No.
Okay, as long as you beat up LeBron, go ahead.
Green is a dog, man. LeBron is bad because if y'all don't know, I'm a Laker fan. This is twice in my life I've been a Laker fan and was like, I don't want that player on my team. And they were both great players. It's the bad part about it. They were probably up there on the greatest Lakers. When they got Shaq, I was pissed.
Shaq? I thought you were going to say Karl Malone.
Damn, I forgot about 3. Because Karl Malone Karl Malone is the worst. Dude, I had to gather myself a little bit. Because had to gather myself again. I was about to say some word. Because people don't understand the history of Karl Malone. Look up Karl Malone and look up his first kid and whom he had his first kid with. And being from Louisiana, I know a lot of information on that man. That man is not a good man.
He's from Louisiana?
Yes. He's from the country.
Man.
Dude, I don't want to say the H word, but there's not too many people. No, there's not a bad word. There's not too many people that I hate, but he is right up on the cusp of hate. Damn, dude, I forgot about him. But Shaq and then Bron, because just Shaq did my cousin wrong. They were in the mall in Baton Rouge, and Everybody's asking Shaq for autographs, and she got up to him and he basically gave her the Heisman. After signing, I would tell you off why it's a little bit harsher than just that. So
was she number 2 or was she number 200?
No, she was like less than 10.
Oh, okay.
But that I'll tell you. So that and LeBron, I respect his skill set because he's definitely in the top 3 greatest players, but some of his antics, man, just bother me. I know he comes up during a time where the antics have been played up and it's kind of what he grew up doing, but man, it just bothers me. A guy that great oversells stuff.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. They act like I'm a LeBron hater. I'm saying, hey, if you are that great, you say what you say and walk away. Like, I mean, you just be solid and be consistent is all we want from leaders. Any leader, work, the free world, sports, parenting, all you want is consistency. Go ahead.
And I'm a Laker fan, dude. Look, I'm gonna just tell you this. I'm a Laker fan. I'm a Laker fan. In that first quarter, well, actually the first half, Frank Vogel was freaking whining about every call. AD was whining about every call. It's like, come on, man. Let's just play ball, man. Like, why are we bitching about every freaking call? And it irked me. And
hold on. Before you go any further, let me ask you this. You think it's a Mike and Kobe probably ploy where they was beating the shit out of Mike. And Mike might be like, man, hey, man, they doing this. And then the ref will call it with Mike coaxing them to make the call. I think LeBron feels like, man, the great ones get the call, so let me get the calls. But Mike was doing that to try to preserve his health. It wasn't to get an edge, I don't think.
See, I don't really, I guess I did. I'm contradicting myself. The whining so much is just part of the game. And I used to bitch about Jordan with all the whining too. But it's the overselling of calls, dude. It is when you are, I'm gonna just throw out my numbers. He's 6'8", 290.
Right.
And if someone and you do all this, like, come on, man. It's like, is Steph Curry? I know this didn't happen last night. Did Steph Curry really do that to you? Now, I don't remember something with Steph Curry. I'm just saying, some little guy, it would be different if Shaq was playing against Shaq and Shaq hit. Okay, you're gonna feel that one. But there's nobody else in this damn league. I'm just thinking of players that should have him doing what he's doing on just slight contact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had a meme out that said a foul with Jordan, and I think it had where either Rodman or Isaiah had Jordan's head pulled back and his arm was raking across his face. And Jordan's neck was back. Then it said it had LeBron and the person with the ball was in triple threat. And LeBron was flopped back like that. Like they showed him going to triple threat like the ball, and there was that much room in between LeBron and the ball. And they was like a foul on LeBron and a foul on Jordan. I said, yeah, that's real stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I don't, like JD said, he did get poked in the eye last night. But come on, man. Come on.
Wait a minute. So what's happening with the series? Because I don't understand this new stuff. And that's another thing that goes to it. When we don't like the play-in. You in the damn play-in game. But then in the beginning, he liked it. Like I think he speaks too quickly because I think he think it's the right thing to do. I think the same way him asking for calls. But so how does this thing go? The Lakers won. Apparently LeBron hit a 3-pointer and the Lakers won. So what does that mean for the series? And do they got to play again? Does something else have to happen? What's going on now?
It's ridiculous. Honestly, I agree with Bron. So what happened was they brought this on for last year because they had a shortened season, right? So they had to, in my opinion, give the players and the fans a little bit, a little fairness, right? So they created this playing game. But here's the thing that bothers me is the Lakers and the Warriors were 7 and 8 seeds, which in the past they would be in the playoffs, right? They qualified. But now they had to play each other for the 7th seed. I'm gonna tell you something. They all won the 7th seed. That's why that game was so great last night, because they wanted to play Phoenix. Because Phoenix is a young team. They all great in this regular season, but when it comes to playoff, it's a little different. So they both wanted to play Phoenix. Right. That's why that game was so great. So now, since they're in 7-8 seed, whoever lost that game plays the winner of the 9-10 game, which was Memphis and the Spurs, and Memphis won. So now the Golden State has to play Memphis to keep their 8 seed, which doesn't make any damn. It really doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Last year was a little different because they were teams real close, and it was only 50, 60 games and all that stuff. And then you might have played a harder schedule earlier, and then all that stuff matters. So I understand it last year, but going forward, I think it's stupid. It makes no sense. If I'm an 8 seed, I fucking qualified. I shouldn't have to play a 10 seed if they win at 9. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense with a full schedule.
Yeah, but I think one thing is that the NBA has been like 4 teams top heavy. The 6 was right there. I think 7 and 8 was 7 and 8, and the rest of them all could actually play, could play each other. But Jalen Rose has been lobbying for the whole best NBA schedule. I mean, just the best of the NBA, not East West, just the top 8 teams. Just go with the top 8 teams, because that way it's easier. Because you might have 6 out of the West and 2 out of the East, or 5 and 3, but. No, I'm not saying now. I'm saying there has been years when the Browns in Cleveland.
Yes.
Well, the Browns in Cleveland, there was years when been 6 and 2.
I'm gonna tell. Hold on. Let me tell you this. I'm a Laker fan. In the damn 80s, it wasn't that many good teams. So it's like, I mean, if you really think about it, I don't mind. I agree with Jalen Rose to a point. Appreciate that, Michelle. I understand them to a point, right? But this year is not the year. This is not the year to group them together. I just say you stick with what you stick with. That's just like the NFL when the NFC East is like horrible. But damn, sometimes they're not. The NFC West was horrible a few years ago. I remember when damn Seattle and the 49ers were garbage and one of them made it. It's like it just happens. It's cyclical. So I'm not so worried about that. The East was horrible though. A few years ago, they were garbage, but now it's not.
Yeah. I want to ask you this. It's kind of off subject, and it really ain't sports related, although it will be once the season started. Are you wearing masks into social places down there? I mean, to the grocery store?
Yeah.
Gas station. You wearing a mask?
And I'm fully vaxxed too.
I wasn't going to ask you that. I'm not asking that. I'm putting that up there with politics and religion. Here, listen. So I was going in the store earlier today, and I always keep my mask on. Like I don't care to wear it, whether they take the mandate off or not or whatever. But I'm just kind of like, man, people are kind of asking if you've been vaccinated, why are you wearing a mask? If I got a mask, what difference does it make to you? Like it shouldn't be a big deal. And I'm saying when we go back, well, I guess the stadium is outdoors. But if I go to a tailgate and I want to wear my mask, I don't want people talking about, hey, white, take your mask off. Have you been vaccinated? None of your fucking business. But I just wondered if you wear yours everywhere. And you say you wear yours and been vaccinated. So that's fine. I wear mine too. But when I went in the store earlier today, this guy kind of looked at me and was like, he wanted to say something. And I'm looking like, man, don't say nothing to me. I don't care either way, man. Like,
I'm not wearing I'm not wearing my heavy duty one. I'm wearing the Gaither now. So I'm wearing a little, you just pull it up. I can pull it down and hold around my neck and just pull it up and down. Yeah. So like I was just at a track meet last week. So if I'm around a lot of people, I yank it up. If I'm not, I'm outside. So not if I'm walking through a group of people, I pull it up. If I'm not, I pull it down. So I'm not wearing the whatever that Indy, whatever 90, whatever it was.
95, N95.
Yeah, I'm not wearing that anymore, but I'm definitely wearing something. And I'm gonna tell you something. If I ever, if they have me travel some more, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm wearing it in the airport. Summer, fall, winter, spring. Because I'm gonna tell you, dude, when I travel now, I the amount of time I get sick is minimal. But when I get on that plane and I go to my destination on the West Coast, dude, not always. It's very often that I'm getting a little something coming off that plane.
Yeah.
And
right.
that ain't gonna happen no more.
I say, do masks work? I don't know. And we're not about to debate it. So we don't know, we don't care. But if a person's walking around with a mask on, it doesn't affect anybody. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't think it's a reason to have a discussion with somebody. So it ain't that big of a deal. See, Carter Hall, he said, so if you can prevent it. If you think the is a hoax, that's fine. If you think that the vaccine works, fine. If you feel working, just do what you do. Let people live in America and be Americans. I asked about the mask because it's all about health. I'm gonna show you a picture. And you tell me what do you think about health.
Oh my man, look.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is. You tell me who that is, because that person doesn't look like anybody I know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
That is Quentin Bohanna.
Man, dude, let me say this. I don't want to say this like that, but I'm going to say it. If Q was that size at Kentucky, he would have won the third or fourth round.
See, here you go. Here you go with that again. Here you go.
Hold on. Let me tell you why.
You short selling him. What did he go in, the fifth or sixth?
I think he went the sixth.
Okay. So you say he only 2 rounds better? If he was that slim, I'm saying second, third.
Ooh.
That's where I'm saying. That's where I'm saying you're wrong.
You were saying I was running around 6. You said I was too cautious. Dude, that man would have put in more plays. He would have got more reps. He probably would have stayed healthier. On top of that, this is the kicker though. At his original size, which is 3.5 probably, right? He's only
Oops, I lost Van. I was trying to remove something from the screen, but I lost Van. We'll wait for him to come back. But if you saw the picture, maybe he gets the picture back. It was a picture of Quentin Bohanna, and he had lost a lot of weight. Is the reason that the Dallas Cowboys won him. I think he was down 30 pounds. I think he last the UK was 350 something. Combine for Dallas, he was 325. And sorry, man, I was trying to remove the other stuff.
You good?
And I wound up getting you up out of here too. No, go ahead, man. No, see.
I'm just saying, with the size he was at, he's only able to play nose guard. He's only nose tackle at 350 plus. You can't be a 3 tech, and you're definitely not a 3 tech, and you're probably not a 1. So in any 4-3, you have slim pickings. They can put you at 1, but that 4-3, you still got to be able to move. You're not just holding your anchor like in a 3-4. You just holding the anchor so they so they can't get to the linebacker. They can't combo off you. All right. So with him at that size, he would have had more options because now he's not only available to 3-4 teams. He would have been available to 4-3 teams too. So that makes his attractiveness better. At that size, he would have been. You said second round. I'm gonna go 3 to 4 for sure. Because
then we both saying 3. But I understand what you're saying, but I think even at that size, he gets a little more attention, like you said, get probably a few more reps, and run some more plays down from behind. But
yeah, because we've seen him go sideline to sideline. I've seen him go lateral and get some running back. So he's got it. Just imagine he was that 20 pounds lighter, dude. He would have been a monster.
How many plays can you do? That is the whole question.
And being 20 pounds lighter, he would have been able to do a little bit more.
Right. And that's why, like I said, I think you're shortchanging me. One thing, I talked to Coach Stewart, and he was talking about, man, he was MFing him and everything, man. Combine, he was 325. I think he weighed in like 325, something like that.
Yeah.
350 something. I think like 356 or something.
Yeah, he was 360, dude. You know that they bring you down. The little guys they bring up, the big guys they bring down. He was over 360.
But yeah, he was saying, man, and it's kind of, I don't know if there's a solution, but I don't really want to say disheartened, but in how many months between the end of the season? What, three months? And between the end of the season and combine, he loses 30 pounds, which you could have been doing that your whole college career. You make probably $700,000-800,000 more dollars, maybe $600,000-700,000 more dollars possible. Man, you might, like I said, and if the performance is good enough, you may get in the first and second round, where it's a whole lot more money. But it's like, man, so it's kind of disheartening. Like, these guys play week in and week out, like on the college level. Now, when the money, did you not know the money was on the table? Freshman, sophomore, junior. Right. Did you not know? I'm talking about even his senior year, he didn't get down. You got down within a short period of time, right before the combine.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. It just kind of makes me scratch my head. Like, and that's what people don't really understand about these college athletes, man.
Yeah, man. They don't understand. See, people now think it's all combine. They think it's all combine. It's not. It's more to that. It's more. It's your track record. What's up, Stu? It's your track record, man. If he could have stayed at, and that with the defense we're running, maybe he couldn't get down to 320, but he could have got down to 340.
What do you mean with the yeah, because he
has to get an anchor. So maybe he can't go down to 320, but he can definitely lose 20 pounds, get down to 340. Just to get you some more, man. People don't understand, man. These guys, the NFL, they looking at every rep, not some reps, not the majority of reps, not any of that. They're looking at all your reps. So come on, man. I don't know.
What did you happen to know what Booger McFarland played at?
LSU.
What he played, what weight he played at? You happen to know what his weight was?
No.
Or Warren Sapp. I'm in a comparison, like Warren Sapp.
Oh, now Warren Sapp was technically light in the ass compared to what he played with in the NFL.
Yeah. Okay.
He came in as a tight end.
No.
Yes. Warren Sapp came to UM.
In Miami, that's what he came in at?
What's that?
Oh, he came into Miami as a tight end?
Yep.
Oh, damn. That's a bunch of cheeseburgers, man.
Yeah, that dude. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, they moved him. Dude, Warren Sapp might be one of the best 3 techniques ever. Ever.
Trying to think. What does Aaron play?
Aaron plays everything.
So you say hands down he's better than Aaron, or you just saying
Aaron is really more of a one tech. But he plays it. But
you don't think he can slide to the three?
That's what I'm saying. But he plays him. He plays across the board. Warren didn't play across the board. I think Warren went down to a one later in his career. But Warren started as a three. He was problem. Yeah, I'm a big Aaron Donald fan now. I'm not saying he's the best defensive lineman. That's another story. I'm saying he might be the best three tech.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. So people don't realize or understand where that comment is outside voices come from. So outside voices. You think outside voices? Well, see, outside voices, I think, is what got Boone Williams to leave a year on the shelf and just hang his cleats on.
Fact.
But I don't know if outside voices really. Well, I don't know. Like if you at 360 and you getting brought up and you can only play 2 plays because you winded or don't have energy to. Because I don't know if you noticed or not. Hal Mummy explained to us. And we was like, man, why do we keep doing it? What we do the first half of the game, at least the first quarter, is run screens left and right. You know why?
To tire out the defensive lineman.
Gassers for the defensive lineman. They're running gassers. You run a sideline to sideline.
Yep.
So if you don't get there, Yeasty gonna cut that bad boy inside. So they might get to the first 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Second quarter come around. Now we got them in. And then the knuckles getting white. Got them in that stance for a long time now, and they tired. So now they lungs is trying to get as much air as they can before we snap the ball again. So I just think, I guess it is outside voices, but I do think at a certain point you kind of, I think at a certain point you got to feel like, hey, coach, I want you to keep me on the field. The same way, as running back, if you slim or lighten ass and can't pick up blitzes, you got to be like, man, I'm going to bulk up so I can pick up. You're going to do whatever you got to do to stay on the field and trim it down is what you got to do. But you make a hell of a point. You make a great point that, if you lighten the ass, man, it might be tough to take on double teams and do what you're supposed to do.
But outside voices, this is my thing on outside voices, right? And this is why parents and people in your kids' circle is so important. All right. So let's say Q's defensive line coach was coming to Q and saying that, hey, Q, you need to drop 10 to 15 pounds because I'm trying to help you get to the next level. And to get to the next level, you got to get under 350. Let's just say it's right there. You got to get under 350. You get under 350, you can get into that top 4 rounds, right?
Right. So
that's the coach telling you. But then Q gets on the phone with his mom, his uncle, his head high school coach, all his circle, and they said, Q, man, you balling at 360, dog. Why you gotta lose weight, man? You keep doing what you doing. You ain't gotta get on no restricted calorie thing. Come on, man. Eat what you got. You the anchor. You're gonna do what you do, and that's it. Yeah, see? There you go. So that's them outside voices. That's some outside voices. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, to be real. We're gonna have to have Coach Smith on here. This is something that I have to live with as an older man. I'll never forget it. Every freaking season we have a coaches one-on-one, right? And Coach Smith will come to me every year. Man, you need to improve on your one-on-one. I'm like, Coach, what the hell? I'm listening. I'm taking it in, right? But I'm like sitting down like, dude, have you not seen me destroy our receivers? Have you not seen me run one-on-one in games? And it's like, I'm just thinking like, yeah. When I went to the Bears that first practice, it was like, okay, now I get it. Because it wasn't that I was bad, but I didn't hone my skill set quite good enough for the next level.
Right.
Like one-on-one against, we in the SEC, we playing against running teams. Back then, it was 3 yards and a cloud of dust. You get to the next level, it's not quite that way anymore. and I didn't hone my craft enough one-on-one. Not that I was horrible, but I could have been better. You got to listen to your coach.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I believe. Yeah. Well, so we think big things out of Q, man. Like I said, I just feel like Coach Stu and I have talked many times. I know the fan base realizes, like, man, and I think that's what Coach Stu was kind of getting to, man. Like, we could have had you at that right weight. Man, we could have used you a lot more. Like, we actually could have used you, and you could have helped yourself out, and you could have helped the team out, man. Because you got to think, man, Josh ain't take no plays off. And I don't know what I heard. He is a damn warrior in the books, film study, weight room. But like that dude, every play, if he ain't right there about to make the play, if he ain't making the play, he right there about to make it, man.
Yeah. Look, just imagine this, right? Just imagine how many more sacks Q could have had. He was a little bit. It's like, remember that the quarterback is 3 seconds. So what if you get there in 3.2? Like you had your hands up, you might have hit him in the chest. The man, you was 2/10 a little faster. You might have got to him before he threw it.
And they probably could gain more if we kept you on the field enough, game you more, or like you said, get you to flush out. So you know Josh coming. So we can bring Josh just come free. As long as we got you on the field, get a pressure on the other side. The quarterback really ain't got nowhere to go. Step up in the pocket, and all of a sudden, here you go.
And I said this 3 years ago. Josh Allen is a stud, but without them guys in the middle, like Q pushing the pocket, look at how many sacks Josh got where the launch point for the quarterback didn't change.
Yeah,
he beat his man. He devastated. But how many times have you seen a defensive end or outside linebacker beat the offensive tackle, but the quarterback steps up in the pocket and gets the ball away, or he throws it away, whatever? It's just still not a sack. That didn't happen that year. The quarterback couldn't step up. We might have had more sacks too.
It's Throwback Thursday. We're gonna hit on this, and we're gonna move on to the next subjects or topics. So be prepared. I'm at work, and I ain't think about this. So we talked about Q. We talked about players not developing. Talked about, kind of Javon Bonight came up because, damn.
He said he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I said 360. I said 360. Coach. I said 360, coach, not 370.
When Javon Bonight came up, I said, the leash is going to be short. And was like, man, hopefully he's doing the things he's supposed to be doing in the coaching office. Like you turn off the lights at the end of the building. You cool with the janitors because you're the last one leaving every day. But you ain't getting too many mulligans because we got all different types, shapes, sizes, receivers that we think can help us as long as you can get them off the ball, get them into their routes, get separation. Get them where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there without delay. And he's like, man, you think that's the thing, or you think it's? I said, no, it's a combination of things. No, I think the quarterbacks are waiting for him to get open. I think the offensive line is giving us enough time, but I don't know if the receivers are getting off. I don't know if the quarterbacks are waiting for him to get open. I don't know if they're improvising their routes where they're not where they're supposed to be. I don't know all that, but I say I blame the coach. If you go in and week out and your receivers are not where they're supposed to be within 1.8 seconds or 2 seconds, well, whatever your time limit is on 3-step, 5-step, drop.
Right. So
that sounds like a whole bunch of nothing from what I'm about to get to. So I said, well, one thing, I talked to my boy, I talked to a defense line coach, that I feel like Matt Elam was done a disservice. Like, I don't think it was Matt Elam's fault for not being productive. I said, I think if you line up every day and even if he's getting minimal reps, if he's not doing what you ask him to do, whether it be weight, film study, weightlifting, if he's not, he shouldn't be playing. But y'all put him out there every week and say that he's not, it's on him. I don't think is on him. So where do you stand in comparison? We talked about Q. Now we talked about receivers. We don't know if they haven't been getting developed, if they just not good, if the quarterback, we don't know all that, but somebody always gets the blame. And the one that I keep going back to, yeah, Matt Elam, he didn't help himself at all. But I think the onus is on the coaching staff to help him or limit his options. Like you got to help him. Like I don't think there's no way for him to fail without your help. You help him either way. If he succeeds, you help him. If he fails, you help him.
Bro, you gave me so much just then. Jeez, I need to dice this up. First thing is, I'm gonna say this. There was a video of Coach Cohen, and there's a little part of that video that stuck out to me. Coach Stoops went to Coach Cohen and said, "We need to force that." I like the way he forced that into that window. And I'm glad he's forced into the window. That's what we need to do. And Coach Cohen was going back. That to me means that whomever was coaching him last year didn't want them to throw it to tight windows because Coach Stoops getting tired of it. Because for him to say that meant that's like going into a new relationship and bringing old stuff with you. He brought some old stuff with him to hear about forcing to the window. So that part, I think is a lot more to this equation of that passing game problem for these last few years. A lot. And a lot of it is coaching. Second thing is, as a coach, I only have so many hours. I only have so much time with these kids, right? If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. All right, Coach Smith told us from day one, if I'm not talking to you, that means I've given up on you. Because I'm not going to waste my voice. I'm not going to waste my voice on you if I've given up on you. Okay? So therefore, to me, as a coach, when Matt Elam came and he's not putting in the work, right? He's not putting in the time, the extra time everybody else. Because this is what I'm going to say with coaching. If it's one player that's having an issue, but all the rest of them are developing and improving, that's not a coaching problem. That is an individual problem. Now, if you got a group of kids in your room and no one is developing, that's a coaching problem. All right? So therefore, for me, when you step your butt on a college campus, no one is holding your hand anymore. It's not high school. You got, as I tell my kid when he's a freshman this year, you playing against grown men. You playing against 18, 19-year-old. It's even worse in college. You come there at 18, 19, you playing against 23, 24-year-olds. They ain't playing around. So you playing against grown men, for real, for real.
Right.
Some of these players have kids. Some of these players, like, you are playing with men, all right? So, and some of them are married. So if you come in here thinking that you can do what you did last couple months ago in high school, that shit ain't gonna work. And if you don't improve your work ethic and your ability to see, I need to become better, because they got, Coach Stewart tell you, they got everything in that building now. They got everything. There is nothing. You don't even have to leave the building if you don't want. You can study in there. You can eat in there. You can watch TV in there. You can get your hair cut in there. You use the bathroom. You get a shower. What else do you need? What else do you need? So this is all about players. So when you get to college, ain't no one holding your hand, because there's in that defensive line room, there's at least 10 guys. And if you the one who ain't getting better, that's on you.
Who was behind him? Who kept getting reps over him or getting reps with him? Because I think he might have only been coming in on like second down. He was only coming in on very few downs.
He got limited reps. That was
it was Bully? No.
Elam is way before Bully. God damn it. Keep on talking. Let me do some.
No, it wasn't Phil. It was before Phil.
No, it was dude. Matt Elam has been out of here for a good little time.
No, you got to think Phil been here 5 years. How long has Stu been here? 8?
Matt Elam's been gone at least 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, so that means
his senior year was 2017.
See,
that's almost 5 years ago.
Oh, here you go. You always stretching, man. You always stretching numbers, man. Almost 5 years.
Well, the next season be 5 years.
So let me go on 4 years, which means the freshmen would have been the guys like Phil and them. The guys who fought the 5th year guys would have been freshmen under him. Right?
Yes.
Maybe. But they wouldn't have been 5th years when they were playing then, huh? I'm trying to think. Oh, Carter. Wasn't it Carter and them? TJ and
Calvin Taylor.
TJ. There was Calvin. Yeah. Calvin and them. Yeah. I think it was Calvin was the one who was giving them push, who was pushing. I think Calvin was the one who was pushing. But yeah, I don't know. I just like that. I agree with you that if only one guy in the room is not being productive, not doing what they're supposed to do, I kind of understand that, but I also think you shouldn't be on the field. It can't go both ways. You can't be getting on the field if you're not doing what I asked you to do.
Q was taking his reps.
It was
Q freshman year. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Right, because he's leaving, so that had to be his freshman year.
Okay. So, yeah. Moving along, what did we talk about? It was something else we just talked about before that.
I was talking about Will Levis.
Oh, okay,
Kyle Tucker posted something today from, I think it's Bruce Feldman, I think, and they talking about how Will went to this guru in Canada to help with his mechanics, and apparently this guy helped, since we were on a Kentucky centric deal. He helped Tanner Morgan, who was a quarterback from Kentucky who went to Minnesota, helped him have that great year a couple of years ago. So he helps with mechanics. He's a mechanic. Yes. He's in biomedical, so biomechanics. So, the way he breaks it down, man, I had to do some research to hear him talk. Dude, this guy, and here's the funny part: he's a freaking lineman.
Wow,
he was a lineman, but the way he breaks the position down is incredible. There is nothing. I'm gonna tell some people this because I have this problem with some coaches, especially track coaches. If you can just speak track, you can speak track, right? Yeah, we can talk anything. But can you break it down? Because you're a coach. There's a difference between talking track and now coaching and teaching track. As I say, there are guys who are coaches, but then there are teachers. This guy can break it down and have anyone understand it. A 5-year-old kid can understand. He breaks it down. No, it's not. He's a little bit over there learning, but he breaks it down. It's where a really good quarterback can understand. And I'm going to say this. Thanks, Ann. I'm going to say this. After reading that and after doing some research on him, I might say Will might win this spot. I'm just saying, if he's more efficient, because I did some reviews on him, he's been said to have a strong arm, right? From high school.
Right.
But now, if he's more efficient and can be more accurate because he tightened up his mechanics, I've been saying this for the last couple of years with T-Dub, tighten up your mechanics. It makes throwing a little bit easier. So, you all right?
Yeah, it's a bug in here, man. It's almost 90 degrees down here.
That's That's Coach Stoops trying to hear what we talking about.
No, see, I don't know if I'm as optimistic as you are, man. If you've been playing that long now, why are you just not getting mechanic help?
No. Apparently, because look, some of us are lucky to be blessed to have a great coach from jump.
Right.
Some of us are lucky. Some of us are not. So
some of us have Darren Henshaw. Go ahead.
Come on, man, you threw me off, man. You threw me off. I guess this is a locker, and that's how we're doing here. Preach it. That goes back to Coach Stoops talking about we got to get our quarterback to throw in the tight windows. That's on the quarterback coach, and that's why we were getting sacks and not freaking throwing in the tight. There is nothing worse, dude. And I'm gonna tell you, look, you know what's funny, man? Is a couple years ago, I went back and found some old articles, right?
Right.
And there were some games where I threw some picks, like multiples. The coach never complained because our coach like, dude, we don't have fast receivers. We ain't got no ones who's gonna get wide open. So you're gonna have to force it. And damn it, I forced it. I put it on them. Some of them were dropped, some of them were took, but still, you gotta have confidence in your arm. And look, and here's the thing, as Coach told me, there's a part of the field like you have green, red zone, and on offense going into the touchdown. We had zones in the field. It was wheel between the 40s. Coach said you have the right to throw it anywhere you want. If you got to get it there, you get it there. Now we're on our 10-yard line. You can't be doing that. But if we're in the middle of the field and you feel like you can get it in there, don't be cautious. Now we're in the red zone now. It's just like on the 10-yard line. We don't want to give up an interception when we're about to put some points on the board. So that to me is you have to think about that. There's a free reeling zone, but then there's zones where you got to be cautious. When you back up in your end zone, you got to be super cautious because them points. You throw a ball, you throw a pick on the 20-yard line, they're at least getting 3. In the middle of the field, bring our defense on. And he's like he said, and Coach Smile asking Coach Tope, you play defense. If you throw one, take it back.
That's that old Andre Woodson. That's how Andre Woodson was, man. He knew to get rid of that thing and live to play another play. He ain't take too many risks. That's why everybody act like he was accurate. I think he was fairly accurate, but he ain't hardly take no risks. He'll throw that bad boy out of bounds in a minute. Get outside the box, throw that bad boy away in a minute.
Throwing that ball into the stands hurts your completion percentage.
Yeah, I know that's what I was thinking too. I was, but I mean, so what are you based off of winning or we based off of winning?
This is the thing, right? My senior in high school, I was coached by a college level coach. He came from JUCO to coach me. I wish I would have had him all 4 years of high school because then I might not have been a DB. So he came in there and he gave me nuggets that I hadn't heard from, I haven't heard of. In that 1 year, dude, I did some stuff I had a better receiving crew 2 years prior to that than I had that year. But we lit it up because of the stuff that he told me. I was already a little freewheeling, but dude, when he got me, I was slanging it. It didn't matter, right? Because he gave me the confidence, he gave me criteria of when you need to do it and when you can't. So it was clear. And there was a lot of stuff we did, but I was blessed to have a good coach. He might not have been blessed to have a good coach in high school. So his mechanics are all over the place, right? So when he gets to Penn State, I'm sorry, if you're a freshman and I'm trying to coach to win this Big Ten championship, I really ain't got too much time to go back to you with a foundation, build it from the ground up.
Yeah, yeah.
You're freshman. Now the next spring I might have some time, but you're freshman. You come in the fall, we rocking and rolling. We ain't worried about you right now. So his mechanics, dude, might not have been tightened up. Now, dude, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say this. I listened to this guy, got me. If he's really listening to him, and here's the thing about it, right? This guy's in Canada. These kids, pre-pandemic, he was not one-on-one with them. They were just doing videos. He was improving guys.
True.
It's crazy, man.
So I don't know how effective that would have been.
What was that?
Said don't know how effective that would have been. If you're not there with him, I guess you sending the drills, because you know a lot of those drills you gotta make sure all the mechanics is right. If you practicing bad mechanics, then
dude, it's like, look, and I know how it goes, because when I was traveling and my kids was at track practice day, I was not home. My wife would live stream it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can talk to them while they're practicing the long jump or hurdles. I can look. Your lead leg is horrible, or your lead leg, you gotta lead with your knee. Your trail leg has been lazy, dude. With the technology now, you really don't need to be there because you can live stream it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna go into quarterback teaching. I'm gonna get with Tony Franklin, man, and get into air raid coaching, man. I should definitely do.
It is so much money. Look, it's so much money into being a good coach and just doing video, like just doing doing instructional video.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many coaches that are looking for, like me, for example. I do it all the time. I'm looking for, I know what I'm doing, but I'm also looking for extra because I don't know everything. So, you know, $30 here and there is nothing if you get someone, if someone is speaking the same language. Like when I was coaching basketball, it's this women's basketball coach at Villanova that was talking the same language I talk. So I'm like, I'm getting his stuff because now he's got drills that I don't know. I'm going to add to my practice schedule and some other stuff some little intricacies that he had that I added too. So if someone's speaking the same language as you, there's nothing more. Everybody goes to clinics. Every coach goes to clinics.
Speaking of why, you know, speaking coach's language, and do you have any idea? Have you heard through the grapevine, man? You got the skinny on why the godfather of the air raid is the only one that ran the air raid, one of the originators of the air raid is not actually in coaching? Why is everybody who coached the air raid originally under Hal Mumme been coaching, is still currently coaching, or has retired from coaching, and Hal Mumme is not coaching? Because you said speaking languages wise, I don't know if you got the skinny or anything.
I don't have the skinny, but I'm gonna say this: there's more to coaching than just being an innovator. He's an innovator, and he's a dude. Like we keep talking about this. When I came back after I left his first year, and I saw what his playbook was on that little 3x5 index card, and the way y'all was chopping up Louisiana Monroe, which we had a problem with the year before.
Right.
The way y'all was chopping them up, I'm like, this guy's a genius. But he's a horrible head coach, though. He is a horrible head coach. But he is a great. Now, someone should have. Now, here's the thing, right? I think it's ego, too. Is he willing to humble himself and be a quarterback coach? Or at best, an offensive coordinator, and not be able to lead his own ship? I'm not sure. So I'm not sure
Willing to be a coordinator. I know for a fact he's willing to be a coordinator.
Yeah, but coordinator in college?
Huh?
Coordinator in college or coordinator on the professional level?
Are you willing to be a coordinator in college or the next level? I don't know
Okay.
about maybe not high school, but I know he's willing to be a coordinator. That's
Well,
why, like you said, I thought when you said you question his coach, his ability to coach or lead young men. Okay, well, I understand that. But like you said, he's an innovator on the offense. I'm saying, well, you got Leach, got Hatcher, Sonny
you
Dykes,
got Franklin.
Tony Franklin.
You got tons of them, dude. It's
Yeah.
quite a few out there. But here's the deal, right? You know this. College coaching is all about relationships and networking. Maybe he's burned a lot of bridges too. maybe he's burned some relationships.
Ain't nobody burned more bridges than Lane Kiffin and Bobby Petrino.
You see where Bobby's at? No.
Well,
Hold on.
He's come back several times. Mummy's never ever had a comeback.
Hold on. I don't think Lane Kiffin was horrible to his network of peers, though. See, that's what I'm talking. Not schools.
How many people did Lane Kiffin walk out on? That's loyalty in general.
No. When he walked out on Tennessee, he brought some of them coaches with him, though. Some of the coaches went with him to SC.
But who wants to hire a guy that could be gone like a thief in the night?
Okay, no. So this is two different. Now we're talking two different stories. You're talking about administrative, the AD not wanting to hire him as a head coach. He probably burned that bridge. I'm talking about a head coach who's already a coach want to bring you in as an OC. That's y'all's relationship. That's as an offensive coordinator, you have to have a relationship with that head coach to allow him to bring you in. That's just like a guy here whom kid goes to my daughter's school in a class. He's a high school basketball coach. He's going to App State, right? He's going to App State because he has a relationship with that coaching staff. And that coach says, we want to hire this guy to come help me with the program. So now he's moved from high school to college. It's because of a relationship. So Mummy, look, this is an indictment right here. How can all of his pupils get head coaching job and he ain't the OC?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It ain't like he's employed.
Yeah. Bob hired him.
Who? Yeah.
Bob
for the
Stoops.
professional Bob Stoops? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's professional and they needed some excitement.
Yeah.
But look, Leach didn't hire him. And Leach has had many times to hire him, many chances.
Yeah. I don't know if you're aware of what happened when they left. It was a dumpster fire down here, boy.
I can only imagine.
It was a dumpster fire, man. I don't know. I would never. That's one reason I would never want to go into coaching. I'm not saying I would do that. Any things that they allegedly had went on here, but I hate to be a combat with some of my friends over money or business. Man, I don't mind, hanging out, having drinks with you, and, enjoying life. But when my livelihood becomes in jeopardy because of a friend, I don't know if it's ever mendable, which I guess goes to your point. I don't know if you could ever mend those situations can be mended.
How can they be? Dude, you just brought it up. When you bring money to a friendship and you jack me over some money, we ain't really friends.
But somebody got to be the fall guy. And I keep telling people, somebody always got to be the fall guy. If I bring you in, we know who the fall guy is going to be. If this shit goes south, you taking a hit for everybody because you ain't supposed to be here.
Hey,
but this day, everybody was pointing fingers. It was.
Dude, I can look, and that makes sense. I'm going to tell you this, though, right? We both have said this, and I think you said it first, right? That Coach Grand took his money on the chin, right? You said that because you think, and I think we both know that Coach Stoops wanted a shakeup. And Coach Graham wasn't going to get rid of his boy, and he chose loyalty over money.
Yeah. Yeah. And what you should do.
Right. So there are some people who would rather fall on the sword than to stab their friend in the back with the same one. But there's some who don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. I give you that much. We're gonna let that go, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a touchy subject, man. We got some avid followers, some big time, big Blue Nation followers, man. We start talking about that, man. I can look. You can see their faces on the screen. All their eyes are like, shit. Yeah. Louis said, I ain't talking about this shit.
Yeah, you can't touch that one. Yeah, dude, man. We should write a book. If there's some stories that we can't tell, that is some juicy stuff, man.
Somebody approached me about writing a book, man, and I've thought about it, man, but I just, even as much as I don't mind to talk about stuff, I really don't want to draw that much attention to myself because I like a little bit of attention where I know where the attention is coming from. I don't want to be side, but I don't want to be blindsided by some attention.
Yeah, I got some stories, man. Yeah, I got some stories.
All right. There we go. We've concluded another edition of The Locker. And it's pretty juicy. Next time we come from The Locker, I will be in the beautiful city of Twinsburg. So Heights. Well, yeah. City of Twinsburg, township of the Heights. You're right. So, yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, everybody, if you could run over to YouTube, subscribe, like, follow, watch, comment, all that. Twitter as well. Same on Twitter, man. We appreciate all the support y'all get, man. We'll see we get new followers and people enjoy the show. If y'all got ideas or topics you guys want to discuss pre-show, then tag us in it, man. Inbox us, tag us in it.
Yeah.
You know, so we can get to it. We talk about, I guess, what we think is relevant or what we feel like we may have an inside scoop on that other people ain't talking about. But if you guys got something you guys want to talk about, because y'all are, everybody we got commenting are avid followers and listeners. So we want you guys to be entertained and have a say-so.
Yeah. And we definitely appreciate our loyal fans. Thanks.
Yes, indeed. So, if that is it, we thank you. We will be back on Tuesday.
And let's go back, Cats.
We're still tied up.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, yeah, go check out the Cats, man, as they finish up. They were in the ninth a little while ago, so if they tied up, they made probably an extra innings. Now, I'm going to go check them out. You guys check them out. Head over to YouTube. Van and I will be back on Tuesday. We appreciate you all. Good night.